Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's makeup look, I created a really pretty cool tone smoky eye. I was inspired by the ugly weather California is having right now. It's really rainy and cloudy, and it kind of inspired me to do something cool toned. So for all you cool tone lovers, this makeup tutorial is for you. Please give this video a thumbs up, and all the products I used in the video will be listed down in the description bar. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the video. To prime my face, I'm going to be using this Smashbox Primer water. My face is super dry right now, so this is just going to add some hydration to my skin. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever HD Original Foundations, and this one is in 120 and this one is in 115, and I'm going to be mixing these two colors to get my perfect match. I'm going to be using my Sigma F80 flat top kabuki brush to be stippling this all over my face, and then I will also be buffing this into my face as well. For any areas on my face that are extra dry, I'm going to be using a damp beauty blender and patting that into my skin very lightly. The damp beauty blender will help sheer out the foundation a little and add a little moisture to that area of dryness. Moving on to under eyes, and I'm going to be using my Bobbi Brown corrector, and I will be taking that on my Sigma P84. To conceal and highlight my under eyes, I'm going to be using MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW15. I'm going to place that in a V underneath my eyes, and I'll be using my beauty blender to blend that out. Next, to conceal my face, I'm using more MAC Pro Longwear concealers, and these are in the colors NW20 and NC20, and I'm going to be mixing them because my face is a little bit more neutral. So mixing the more pinker and the yellow tone concealer will make them neutral, and I'm going to be placing that on areas where I need to conceal my face. And then I will be using the round side of the beauty blender to blend it out. To set under my eyes, I'm going to be using my Mercier Translucent powder. The pointed side of the beauty blender, I'm going to dip that in to my powder, and I'm going to pat in that V formation where I place the concealer and just set it with the sponge. For brows, I'm going to be using my Anastasia Dip Brow in Blonde, and I'm going to be using my favorite brush to apply it with, which is the Sigma Small Angled Eyeliner Brush E65, and very lightly I'm going to... Moving on to brows, I'm going to be using my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Blonde. To apply that, I'm going to be using my favorite brush. This is the Sigma E65 Small Angle Brush. Next, using my favorite eye primer of all time, this is the Nars Smudge Proof eyeshadow primer. If you have really oily eyelids, this is the best eye primer you could use. I've tried the Urban Decay one before, and I can wear that for a couple hours and then my eyelids will start creasing, but with this one I can wear this for 24 hours and my eyeshadow will have no creases in it. So I highly recommend this if you have really oily eyelids. So to start with my eyes, I'm using my Benefit Creamless Cream eyeshadow in Holy Smokes. With my finger, I'm going to be dabbing the cream eyeshadow all over my lid, making sure to keep right below the crease. The first eyeshadow I'm using is Makeup Forever number 76, and I'm going to be applying that with my tapered blending E40 brush, and I'm going to be using this color as my transition shade. The next shade I'm using is Makeup Geek Barcelona Beach, and this is a really nice cool toned ashy gray. And to apply that, I'm going to be using my MAC 217 blending brush. The next color I'm using is MAC Charcoal Brown, and this again is just a darker ashy gray brown. I will be using my Sigma E38 blending brush. This is just a tiny bit smaller than the MAC 217. Next I'm going to be using the Anastasia eyeshadow in Smoke, and this is a really dark cool tone brown. Using the Real Techniques shading brush, I'm going to pack it on the tip of it, and I'm going to place it on the very outer V of the eye. And with my MAC 217, I'm going to be blending that eyeshadow. For my lid, I'm going to be using Satin Taupe by MAC, and I'm going to be packing that on with a flat shader brush. Next for eyeliner, I'm going to be using the Stila Cajole eyeliner in Onyx. I'm going to create a thin line with the eyeliner starting from the outer corner and going halfway in. And with my ring finger, I'm going to blend and smudge that out on my lash line. Moving on to my face, I'm going to set my foundation with the MAC MSF in Medium Plus, and then this again is MAC MSF in Light. And I'm going to be using my Sigma large powder brush. To highlight my face, I'm going to be using MAC Emphasize. I will be applying this powder underneath my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, my chin, and a little bit on my forehead. To apply this, I'm going to be using my Real Techniques setting brush. To bronze my very pale face, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Milk Chocolate bronzer, and this is in the shade Light to Medium. This is a great bronzer if you have really, really pale skin like I do. This bronzer is not too warm, it's more neutral, therefore it's not going to make us fair ladies too muddy if you use a too dark of a bronzer, and this is just going to give us a really beautiful bronze look. Try to be bronze look. To apply the bronzer, I'm going to use my powder brush that I used, which is the Sigma F30 brush. I'm going to be applying this bronzer on my forehead, my temples, my cheekbones, and a little bit underneath my chin. To contour my face, I'm going to be using an eyeshadow, and this is by Makeup Geek, and this is Barcelona Beach. Makeup Forever 140 brush. I'm going to place that product underneath my cheekbones, underneath my chin. For blush, I'm going to be using the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Exposed. Using my F40 brush, I'm going to lightly dab into the blush, and I'm going to swirl the brush onto my cheekbones, giving me a beautiful flush. To highlight my face, I'm going to be using this color right here, and this is called Pearl, and this is from the Beeca Jaclyn Hill Holiday Highlight Palette. To apply that, I'm going to be using my Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm going to apply that on my cupid's bow, the bridge of my nose, and my cheekbones. Going back to my eyes, I'm going to use Barcelona Beach with my MAC 217 brush, and I'm going to apply that all underneath my under eyes. Using the flat shader brush, I'm mixing Charcoal Brown and Smoke, and I'm going to be placing that underneath my eyes as well. Highlighting underneath my brows, and I'm using the Sigma E30 pencil brush with the color Pearl that I use to highlight my face. Now for mascara, I'm going to be using my Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill in number 1. For eyelashes, I'm going to be using my faves, Blinking Beauty number 1. For my lips, I'm going to conceal some of my natural color, and I'm going to use my foundation brush, and I'm going to dab whatever is left on it to conceal some of my natural color in my lips. For lipstick, I'm using MAC Blankety. This is a cool toned nude lipstick, and it has a little bit of purple undertone, so it's going to pair perfectly with the cool tone eye makeup. And to top it off, I'm going to use the Lorac lip gloss in the shade Socialite. I'm going to dab the lip gloss on my lips because I don't want the lipstick to smear off. Thank you for watching this video. Please like this and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next tutorial.